start with the Ben White story, because England, can you believe it, name a squad today. Lee Carsley's first squad interim head coach. White stays away, back of the mail. England defender Ben White's England exile expected to continue. There had been indications that White would come out of a self-imposed exclusion once Steve Holland was no longer on the staff, but it's understood White has not expressed a change in starts. Steve Holland, who was the assistant coach with Gareth Southgate. Well, it came out, was it about a few months ago, that apparently he and Steve Holland had a disagreement in Qatar, and that's why Ben White went home. But the Mail say, despite no Steve Holland, despite no Gareth Southgate, Ben White still wants to stay away, Gabby. Does that surprise you?
No, because I thought it might have been because of the argument, but maybe Ben White just wants his 4 days off every international break, like I said before. He might be looking forward to, like, you know what, start of the season, going to get 3-4 days in Dubai. That might be what he wants.
I tell you, delighted
not care about playing for
I bet Mikel Arteta will be over the moon.
Not every player has to want to play for their country.
But they should, though, shouldn't they?
Not really, no.
Isn't playing for your country something that's special?
Yeah. But if he doesn't want to, no one can say you have to play for your country. He might look at it and say, no, not for me. And that's what it sounds like.
Do you think it'd be different if he found out that he'd be first choice right back? Do you think it'd be different then?
Maybe. We just don't know. It'd be lovely for him to come out and say, yeah, it's not for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
It might be the end of his career. He might come out and say, you know what, I just didn't want to play. You know, I don't really like football. The amount of games I play for Arsenal's enough. Yeah. I don't want any extra games.
What do you reckon now? If you could have 2 minutes in a room with Ben White, would you say, come on, Ben, snap out of it? It's your country. Go and play for your country. Or is it each their own?
I'd ask him what his problem was. I said, like what Gabby said there, no, it's a big year for Arsenal this year. Don't worry about that. I want to keep myself fresh. I'd say, fine, no problem, mate.
Yeah.
I would. I said, you might regret it when you're older
short career,
and you're
isn't
finished.
it? Yeah.
But then again, look, you're playing for a top club. They could win the Premier this year. You know, they could win the Premiership, no problem.
Do you know what I like, though, Al? Is that, like, I've retired and no one can take them England caps away from you. There's so many top players that didn't play for their country, just didn't get into the squads. Big players.
Yeah, of course.
And you look back and you're going to be like, oh, do you know what I mean? I could have played for my country.
Regrets, right?
Yeah. I think he might do, but at the moment, he might just be being stubborn and like, no, not for me. But looking back now, I'm looking back like, I play for my country. Can't take that away from me.
So first England score for Lee Carsley today. Any left field names? Morgan Rogers at Villa. Some people speaking about. Madueke, yeah.
Madueke could be in it.
Some goals you got there.
Yeah, took all three really well.
But
didn't
you know what would be nice, Sam? For us to all find out at 2:00.
Oh, you don't like the leaks, do you?
I don't like the leaks, mate.
No.
Like, if I'm Carsley, I'm like, you're happy with Gareth. There's going to be no leaks.
Yeah.
I've got the squad. Jolie Lescott and Ashley Cole. And
but when you start calling agents and players, it's probably impossible to stop the leaks coming out.
Why did they leave it till 2:00?
What do you think do earlier?
Yeah.
What time would you do?
Why would agents know?
9:30, 10
Well,
o'clock.
because let's say, I'm using this as an argument's sake, he calls, let's say Morgan Rogers, who calls his agent, and then that agent goes, oh no.
It should be like 2:00, here's the squad, players.
So everyone finds out bang on 2:00.
Or just listen to talkSPORT.
Okay.
And it's like, boom.
I like that.
No, but it's true though. You'd rather that than the leaks that come out at about 9:30
they are annoying, aren't they?
And 10:00, you're like, oh. Especially like the Euro squad and stuff. Like, it's like exciting.
It ruins the special moment, doesn't it?
You're like,
when you found out you were in, did you get a phone call from the manager, was it? Or like someone who works for the FA?
Yeah, someone for the FA you found out just before the squad.
Did you leak it?
They used to tell. They used to tell. When I was getting to Scotland, it was Bobby Robson who told me.
So he'd find out, then he'd tell you,
So it was Jock Steen or whoever would talk to Bobby and he'd say, hey, I need a word. No, I'm like, oh no.
You're in trouble.
What have I done? Where was I Thursday?
I think the core of the squad will be in there. You know, the Sackers, the Fodens, but there will be some exciting under-21s.
Yeah, Morgan Gibbs-White, someone else I really like in Nottingham Forest. Yeah. In terms of big names at the Euros that might not be in, are the two big ones that could potentially be at risk? Kieran Trippier and Kyle Walker.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. Rico Lewis is in before Kyle Walker. He's not played no football.
Yeah, but Walker's still,
it's because he hasn't played any football this season so far. Rico Lewis has started before him. Yeah, but I'd still, with the greatest respect to Rico, I'd still put Walker in. Yeah. I would. I think his pace is still there. You know what I mean? I don't see why you can leave him out. But do you put Trent, Kyle Walker and Rico Lewis in? I think in Southgate sometimes have 4 right backs in the squad, wouldn't you? Wouldn't surprise me, mate. Rico Lewis gets in, definitely.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.